the Nerf Pro Torrent. I mean, to me, it's a good first try for Nerf, and I like the silhouette so much that before I do any kind of cosmetic job on this thing, I need to make it functional and update the internals of it. And that's what we're gonna do today. I'm your host Dave, welcome to that. So to make this thing better, we're gonna need to open it, basically remove that magazine, which is a nightmare, remove that stuck, and then there is a series of screws. We're gonna start by this white pump. The reason why I start with this is because knowing Hasbro, there is a series of screws under it. And yeah, if you want to convert that thing to a bolt prime, maybe a pinpoint bolt or a worker long shot / long strike bolt to put in that hole, pretty sure it will work. I will try that a little later. Now, the shell screw. Shell open very easily, pretty much like a rival blaster. That mag release, I feel, is just gonna explode. Oh my god. Okay, that is the spring we had a problem with, and I understand why. Okay, let's put that on the side. Next, that safety. Yeah, pretty sure if we just remove it, it won't hurt the blaster, meaning that safety is now deleted. We have no more problem with that. That spring seems of good efficiency, so I want to keep it there. This piece can be removed, can be useful if you want to prime it from this part maybe. I don't know. Let's leave that here for now. That barrel. Let's see the length. If I compare with a Zenwiki barrel, it's slightly smaller. I would need a 16 centimeter barrel to fit in that thing. Yeah, pretty much. Oh shoot, I had good hope for this, so I might have to put a longer one. And does our 16 millimeter barrel fit that thing? Oh yeah, pretty nicely too. This is good. Okay, so there is pretty good hope for this. Now I'm gonna have to find a one with the right length, because this is not gonna cut it. For that prime, I mean, yeah, a good wide bolt from a pinpoint or a worker long shot bolt would do the trick for just a bolt prime. We might try it when I reassemble the blaster. Yep, just to see, because I'm sure this is doable. Let me scatter around my stuff, find a barrel for this thing, and we're gonna check out the seal and reclose that blaster. Well, I solved a couple things, find a suitable barrel. I'm gonna use a 21 centimeter worker barrel. And for this, I'm gonna add a few layer, 1 or 2 layer of Teflon tape to make it fit tight into the dart gate. Those O-rings are gonna be to make it stop between those 4 splines that there is at the bottom. They are tapered, so that means it's gonna center my barrel in there. I already enlarged this tip with my tapered drill, my step drill, to make it the right length, and now my barrel can go through. For the seal, there is a screw hidden under the D-prime, which you're gonna have to remove. And the D-prime got a spring that is upward behind the tube. That is kind of a funny way to build it, but there's a way to go around it quite easily. You just lift it and leave it in its post. Remove the screw. Now we can check that tube and that seal. That tube seems rigid. I mean, this is nice construction. This is a weird This is a weird shape, but yeah, there's a rubber tip, there's a rubber padding at the tip of it. The spring is super stiff in this blaster, meaning there is good hope, and the plunger is well made to keep it centered. The thing now is there? Yeah, there is absolutely no contact with the O-ring in there. I'm gonna have to find a better O-ring for this thing, and I think it's gonna solve it, because for the rest it seemed pretty good. I mean, here maybe the O-ring will need an upgrade too, because it's not seating properly inside the dart gate. What is that thing? Maybe a trigger lock. I might remove it. We're gonna see. And that should have been a good spring for that mag release. Oh yeah. Okay. Wait a bit. For that mag release, there is that little D-prime switch which is under the priming gear, or the trigger lock, which prevent you from pressing the trigger while priming. I mean, this spring from this thing is exactly the right size to fit there, and it's very, very soft. That would solve the release issue. Assuming the spring can get in its position. Yeah, that would be a decent fit for this thing. Okay, so that would be solved. I removed that little priming lock. I removed the trigger lock. So yeah, this thing should be okay like that. Let me find two O-ring. Okay, so I basically swapped most O-ring on it. I say most O-ring because I didn't quite find the right size. This one is sealing quite good into the blaster, but I would have had a second one here. I will find myself a better one to add, but basically that's what I have for now. Let's re-lube the tube, reinstall it inside, and yeah, close the blaster to try it with the new barrel. I took my worker barrel, and you can still put Teflon tape if you take a regular barrel, just put only one roll, but with the thread I put 5 or 6 turn, 6 roll of Teflon tape on it, so it's very snug, very snug into it, and it's not gonna move or let air leak out. Now for those O-ring, I will space it a little because those O-ring will break the muzzle very quick in its course. Yeah, I think that's it. Is it in the right position? Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, basically, barrel is in and it doesn't want to move. Good. So judging from everything here, I think, yeah, I can reassemble everything minus the trigger lock which is there and the safety lock which I delete. And yeah, it could be good to try that thing. Yeah, feel a lot better. I didn't remove this part because I will put back this, but for the bolt prime, I took the pinpoint bolt. I put some tape just to fill the gap in that little hole here, and normally, yeah, just lock it in place. Yeah, it should be enough, but it's not enough to go for it. It's not quite long enough for it, meaning you could do it, but maybe with the long shot / long strike bolt from Worker, but not with the pinpoint bolt. Oh, Okay, it's not a good feeling. I will not go bolt prime with this thing. Thinking about it, no, unless you got some bearing. There is some space to arrange something inside, but unless you are, let's say, putting some bearing or some centering piece in there to hold it, I wouldn't play with it like that. Let's put back that pump. For that thing. Hopefully it still works. And we got a mini seal. Not perfect, but we got one. That's way better than what it was. To be honest, this thing really kind of looked good with the short barrel in front of it, and I will be able to put a scar on it if I want. For the performance test, I didn't change anything on the spring, but I did update the seal quite a bit, and the thing now looks like it's working. Let me load a few darts in it, put it under the chronograph, and we're gonna know if there was any improvement in that small barrel length add-on and in that seal. Okay, the thing started a little low. I'm gonna try it again because it ended up at 150. But if I'm going down, it started up really low, but settled itself over time with the lube inside. Therefore, I'm gonna try a couple more darts in it. I just pinch myself with the prime. Oh my god, that's gonna leave a mark. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty much on the same performance with a slightly better seal. That's all I can say. I mean, this thing, 149, 150, 147. Yeah, it's still consistent. It had to settle itself because it was freshly modded. Honestly, I couldn't have a better chronograph when I would have shot, let's say, a few dozen magazine through it. Then the blaster would be better. I might go with a little bit of silicone oil inside just to help the lube glide a little bit more, but for the rest, I wasn't looking for that much of a performance upgrade, but the metal barrel seems to work very well on this thing. The mag release, it's a one finger touch and it's responsive. Okay, it's not the same thing as before, not at all. That is working, so that means you take the spring from the trigger lock and you put it on your mag release, and this thing becomes super easy. It's not at a better place, but it's more easy to press. Yeah, I think I'm done updating this thing. It will be ready for a good cosmetic mod. I might even include it into my epic build, but no leather. It's gonna be probably just wood on this thing. I'm basically gonna tune that seal. I might change the spring, and that's pretty much it. I am pretty much happy with this blaster as is. Next time it's gonna be for the cosmetic mod, which is gonna be in my Epic series. Like I said, maybe without the leather, but the wood is definitely gonna be in it. Well, I think that's it for this small video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at @ThatOldNerfGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.